Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to present my paper. The title is Microclimate's Impact on Noise Reduction. This is the research teams. The first author is Dr. Utami Retno Pudjiwati, second Dr. Burhamtoro, third Dr. Naryono, and the fourth is me, Bambang Sugiyono, Agus, Purwono. And I would like to thanks to Mr. Ankit Raj, Mrs. Priyanka Sahu, and Mrs. Priya Darsani, and the organizing committee. This paper will be presented in third International Conference on Management, Education, and Emerging Technology. ICMEET will be held at 22nd and 23rd of October 2022 in Jakarta, Indonesia. The theme is Empowering Recent Trends in Education, Science, and Technology, organized by MICROCLIMATE Conference by Core Research Foundation CRF in India. The venue will be held in Aston Priority Simatupang and Conference Center, Jakarta, Indonesia. The outline is research background, literature study, research method, result and discussion, conclusion, and references. The introduction: the toll roads is part of everyday user who use the services as one of the transportation infrastructure to achieve the purpose of the trip, provides a sense of safety and comfort in driving on the highway. The toll road is expected freeway road, which is people through it comfortably, but in Indonesia, toll road is always jammed every day because many roads users want to get past. The research backgrounds: number one is the need for settlements. Settlements makes people willing to live in settlements around the highway because of the narrowness of his land and the purchasing power of people to have a livable place to stay. The impact of the existence of the communities around this toll road: they will be exposed to noise pollution emanating from vehicles along the toll road. Microclimates causes a decrease in temperature and an increase in air humidity. The ability to absorb air depends on its temperature and air humidity. And the last, noise in settlements along the edge of the toll road is caused by the increase of sound intensity due to heavy traffic flow, which can be suppressed by the presence of plants. The objective of this research is to determine or to analyze the changes in the microclimate variable with the vegetation along the edge of the toll road, and to determine the decrease of the noise level by the change in the variable microclimate along the edge of the toll roads. The later study: the need of settlements makes people willing to live in settlement around the highway because of the narrowness of this land and the purchasing power of people to have a livable place to stay. According to Burhamtoro on 2010, plant can contribute to controlling noise because it can absorb and reduce sound. Vegetation also creating a microclimate that its temperature, air humidity, wind speed, and air pressure according to Indrianto 2006. Microclimate is very useful to reduce the noise level. The solution alternative to this problem is to make this into a green road condition. The role of this plan is to reduce noise by creating a microclimates, according to Suma Atmaja 2001. The other one is the condition will be examined how the impact of the microclimate created vegetation to reduce noise in the settlement along this highway. This condition will be examined how the impact of the microclimate created vegetation to reduce noise in the settlement along this highway. The next factor, with or without vegetation, the more the distance between the vegetation, the air humidity higher, but the temperature will very slow, and the effect of altitude, the higher somewhere, then the temperature in the area will be getting lower and humidity higher. In the afternoon, the air temperature near the surface is higher than in the higher air layers, whereas in the evening, the air temperature near the surface will be lower, so that during the day there will be expansions of air. The research method using multiple linear regression analysis. The research was carried out on the Waru till Sidoarjo Toll Road at kilometer 23, kilometer 27, kilometer 31, and kilometer 33. At kilometer 23, there is no vegetation. There are only a ground cover such as grass, but at kilometer 27, there is a complete vegetation composition, for example, trees, scrub, and bushes. And at kilometer 31, there are trees and scrub, while at kilometer 33, there are only trees. This is the location, the location of A. It is located at kilometer 27 with the composition of tree vegetation, scrub, and scrub. This is A. And B is located at kilometer 23 with the composition of the vegetation without vegetation. And C is located kilometer 30 with the composition of trees. And D is located at kilometer 31 with the composition of trees and scrub and bushes. Okay. Tree, grass. The equipment used is A is sound level meter. This is the roll meter, GPS, and anemometer, barometer, humidity meter, and thermometer. The result and discussion, table number 1, is the comparison between degrees of noise and temperature, increase air humidity, and wind speed. We can see table 1 is decreased noise in the morning, afternoon, and evening. In the more decreased noise is 9.23 plus minus 1.39. In the afternoon, the decreased noise is 4.19 plus minus 2.35. And the evenings, the decreased noise is 10.47 plus minus 2.25. And the other one you can see. The noise reduction occur in the afternoon. The biggest drop in temperature in the morning, the largest increase in air humidity occurs in the morning, and the largest increase in wind speed occurs in the morning. This is the table number 2, this the model summary. We can see the R square. Table number 2 show the result adjusted R square of 0.962, which means that the drop in temperature, the increase in air humidity, and increase in wind speed on the morning of effect of 96.2% against a decrease in noise, while the rest of 3.8%, 100 minus 96.2 is 3.8% influence of other factors that occur in the vicinity of the study. The other one is table number 3. We can see the R adjusted coefficient of determinations. Table number 3 show the result adjusted R square of 0.986, which means the drop in temperature, increase in air humidity, and increase in wind speed during the day affect 98.6, then increase, 98.2 so of the reduction in noise, while the remaining 1.8% influence of other factors that occur in the vicinity of the study. Table number 4, we can see table number 4 show the result adjusted R square of 0.993, which means that the drop in temperature, the increase in air humidity, and increase of wind speed on the morning of effect of 99.3% against the decrease in noise, while the rest of 0.7% influence of other factors that occur in the vicinity of the study. The conclusion of this result is changes in the variable microclimate with plant along the edge of the highway. A, the declines in average temperature on the morning of 4.90 degrees Celsius on the day of 3.85% Celsius, and the afternoon at 1.63 degrees Celsius. B, the increase in average air humidity on the morning of 4.13% during the day amounted up to 3.13% and 1.89% in the afternoon. C, the increase in average wind speed in the morning at 0.5 meter per second on the day of 0.47 meter per second, and in the afternoon of 0.47 meter per second. Decreased noise level with the changes of microclimate variables on the morning of 9.23 decibel, 4.19 decibel for daytime, and early evenings of 10.47 decibel. The suggestion for the road toll operator are as follows. Always hold reforestation and maintenance of shade trees on the banks along the highway. Planting shade trees should be to follow the patterns of vegetation component consisting of tree, scrub, and bushes in order to obtain maximum microclimate, so the noise in residential area can be reduced as much as possible. B. Have a tree planting replacement trees have parents in a certain period so that the noise reduction process by the vegetation is still effective and secure. This is the references, the biodata of first author, Dr. Utami Retno Pudjiwati, Master of Science. She is an associate professor in Civil Engineering Department, State Polytechnic of Malang, Indonesia. The biodata of the fourth author, Dr. Insinyur Bambang Sugiyono, Agus Purwono, Master of Science. Thank you very much for your attention.